What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So changed the setup a little bit, got my bookshelf in the back, so I'll blur it out, but got my bookshelf in the back, getting a new camera really soon as well. So this, I've been noticing there's been a bit of like video lag. I've kind of had a weird setup for a little while, so I'm getting a really good camera, and I'm finally gonna upgrade and go from there. So she will be back. Okay, so that's the idea behind this video. Now, a lot of people want to know what to do to get an ex back. What they get, what are the things I need to do to get their attention again, really? Because the first thing that guys want to do is they want to get their attention, her attention. If there's ladies watching, you want his attention back so that you can reject them or hurt them yourself. So for this quick interruption, I just want to offer this to you. If you're looking to make this kind of money every single month, look no further. I have a program called Money School. So Money School is a place where you guys will learn how to make money in several different ways. Look, going through a breakup, going through stuff like that is really, really hard. And you should put your focus in on something. Why not do it with a side hustle? I teach YouTube, blogging, agency work, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in that, send me a direct message on one of my socials in the description box, or send me an email, or join the free Discord. Everything's in the description box below for you. Check it out. So this kind of behavior is fucked up behavior. Now, I understand why you want to do it. I totally do. I was actually able to do this, but it's not how I was thinking. See, in the beginning, you are hurt, so therefore you want to hurt the person who hurt you. It's natural and it's normal and it's human to want that. But what I'll tell you is you're not going to get that desired result because it's not proper thinking. It's not going to happen naturally. Unless you're a very vengeful person, because by the time that person comes back around to you, you're not going to feel those deep painful emotions like you do in the first few weeks of a breakup. So it's not even going to really matter. If you really don't like that person anymore, you're just going to want to move on. But a lot of you want to know how to get this person to pay attention to you again, so you can get them back and try again. Because many of you are realizing that you could have done better. You made a lot of mistakes and you want to fix things. Okay? So the same energy applies really if you want to do this. So first things first is, if you want to see them hurt, you're angry and you have a lot of pride going on. Okay. Your ego is bruised and you're like, man, I want them to feel like how I feel. But that's not gonna, it's fleeting. I promise you. And even then, a lot of the times you are still the person that made some mistakes and you need to clean some of those behaviors up. Not saying they are perfect, but of course, if this person left you and they were once happy with you and things were actually good and you're not with a toxic bitch, then obviously you have some stuff to clean up. So the key is to match their energy. That's all this video is about. So when you have a mentality like she'll be back because you are climbing this abundance, right? That's not an arrow. You're climbing this. Let's just erase all this shit. Okay. You're raising your vibration. You're climbing this, right? See, if you have that mentality, that's when they'll come back, because you're thinking in a very neutral. Okay, this is off. Okay, there we go. Neutral. Okay, that's what you're thinking. You're thinking in a neutral way. Neutrality is what she is thinking right now. See, when a breakup happens, 99% of the time, they've been thinking about breaking up with you for a while already. They just delayed it. Okay? They wanted to see maybe if things would change. They wanted to see if you would change your attitude. Maybe their feelings were short term, so they're waiting to see if they feel a little bit better. And they usually don't. They usually end up, because they're pulling away and testing more, they're getting you to reveal your weakness to them, and that just solidifies and drives home what they're already feeling and thinking. So a lot of fear happens that way. Okay. So when you get them back, okay, you have to let go and drop all of these emotions down here. Pride and down. So anything here needs to be let go of. And you need to get up into courage. So I've said this on almost every video. Okay, but getting up to courage is the most important one. This is the act of letting them go and understanding you do not need them in your life. Okay, this works for narcissistic people. This works for everything. Let them go. They don't need to be in your life anymore. That's why having a vengeful heart, being here in this anger, desire, pride stage, when you're like, I just want them to feel how I felt, that's never going to get them to come back around to you and keep them around long enough for you to quote unquote hurt them anyway, because they have to refall in love with you anyway. And then for you to actually hurt them, you would need to be playing such a long-term game that it would be fruitless. It'd be pointless. But like I said, I understand why you would want to do that, because when you're in this much pain, misery loves company. You want people to feel like how you feel. So the number one mistake is that. So match their energy. So going from courage, where are they? Where's this at now? Courage up to neutrality. This is where they are at. They're in this area. Okay. This is what they're giving off vibrationally. So they're going to be meeting people in life that are up here too. Okay. Now, when it comes to certain things, they might be down here, maybe money or something like that. When it comes to relationships, they're up here. Now, again, there's a lot more to this. So what I said, it works, but doesn't work, sort of. So how I want to reframe it like this. A lot of people are doing just enough to sort of be happy, right? So maybe instead of being down here, they're actually up here more. Now, as men, we want to make sure that we have a lot of resources. So when it comes to money, it's difficult to make money and make it last. So in our minds and the vibes you give off, sometimes we're hanging out down here compared to somebody who is maybe a woman who is like, shit, I'm doing well, So we might even be making the same amount of money, but since men are hardwired to procure resources, we, if we're not at that level, we think lowly of ourselves, which brings our vibration down anyway. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So it's just the mere perception and thought that matters. And here's another example of that. If a woman is making more money in a relationship than the man can often make himself feel like he's worth less than her. So she will test him to see if he's a man of his salt, and he's worth his salt, a man of strength. And he will act in that way because he thinks he's lower than she is, because he's not making as much money in the relationship. It's actually a very common thing. So often that vibrational mismatch will happen again, and she'll be up here, he'll be down here, because he thinks he's worth less than her. She might be making 80, he might be making 60. So sometimes this will happen just in his own head. So he'll start saying things that make him sound or look insecure. That's what I'm trying to say. So she's up here in the blue, he's down here in the red. You're never going to get somebody back this way. You have to rise back up and go up and match their level. Okay? Every single time. You want to be in these emotional states. Productive, cooperative, conscious, creative, at ease. And I know, I'm not saying you're going to feel like this overnight, right? That's why it takes a while to get there, because you have to let go of all the other shit that doesn't matter. And it's a choice. So at the end of the day, the number one thing you guys have to realize, it's a choice to let go or hold on. Okay? It's a fucking choice. Now, when you guys hold on, okay, you're holding on, so holding on, for example, would be another way of you saying, I want to hurt them like they hurt me, right? That's holding on instead of just letting it go. Instead of letting it go to do the things that you've always wanted to do, to focus on the projects and things you wanted to focus on. But because you're so focused on the relationship, and again, this goes back to attractive energy versus repulsive energy. Okay? Attractive energy would be you just focusing on things that matter to you. making more money, for example, getting a better body, for example, hanging out and making new friends. That's why I call this the 6 pillars. So that's the idea behind attractive and repulsive energy. So when they're attracted to you, they want to be close to you. When they're not attracted, they want to be distant. They want to be away. Okay. So that's why I offer money school. That's why I talk about it. Now, I'm not going to talk more about it, but that's why I do that, because if you're in a breakup anyway, you might as well learn how to make 6 figures. You might as well learn how to create some sort of value out of yourself, because most of you are sitting around doing fuck all anyway. Okay. Now, that's not I know there are men in here that are going to work every day, but you're tired of your jobs. You hate what you're doing. So that's the idea behind that. So you guys could definitely pick up my book. It's in the description box below. One is called, this is the Handling Breakups book. Extremely simple, very thin, not thick at all. This is what you need to do to handle breakups. And this is Chasing Excellence. It's a little bit thicker. And this is the idea behind chasing excellence, getting rid of fears, stuff like that. Okay, managing stress, etc. Those 2 things will help you. Okay, but guys, it's a choice. That's what I want to instill into your minds. It's a fucking choice. I have a coaching and mentoring program, and that will get coaching and stuff like that with me. So that's the idea behind this. And this is what we talk about. This is what you have to understand. Once you understand, it's a choice. It's a choice. People ask me all the time, Kyle, how do I let go? How? It's a choice. You are holding on because you're hopeful. Oh man, I hope she reaches out to me. I'm 90 days into no contact, going into 120. Oh man, I hope at 120 she reaches out. That's what you're thinking. You're not going to say this shit out loud. You're going to be thinking these things deep down. Truly, I want you, like I said, look yourselves in the mirror and go, am I really holding on? Am I really holding on to this woman? Am I hoping that she comes back around? You can only answer that question. You can lie to everyone else all day long. But if you truly, that's what fake letting go is. Fake letting go is when you're like, I'm letting go so I can get her back. That's all fake. Okay? You have to actually have the courage to let go. Fake letting go would still be a desire state, because you're letting go to get her back. You're letting go to get them back. I hope that makes sense. Watch whatever video pops up on your screen. You want to join Money School? Hit me up. I'll be actually starting to Make Money Online channel, so I'll post that here if you guys want to see it.